United States are strongly encouraged to shelter in place to avoid being attacked or taken hostage. To shelter in place, take the following precautions. Close all windows and doors, and all lights.
Welcome to the official, the original, the only house for Las Vegas Raiders news, rumors, updates, and reactions. Welcome to Hammers.House. Hope everybody's having a great evening, afternoon, wherever you guys are at. Before we go any further, let's do a quick roll call. There's not too many people in here right now, though. Not Polly was good. EJ was good. Frame was good. I hope everybody's doing well. Those coming on in, y'all know the routine, and if you don't, I'ma learn you. Break them thumbs, hit them subs, smash the bell. We are here doing our matchup preview as we are in week 9 and ready to face the Jacksonville Jaguars in Duval. Raiders have spent the week on the East Coast. We didn't have to go back to Vegas after the shutout against the Saints. Better that we stayed on the East Coast. Don't have to worry about the time zone change, any of that BS. But anyways, I digress. We do have the updated injury report at this time. Davante Adams is back, was a full participant after dealing with the illness that he had been dealing with since last week. Derek Carr, full participant, the whole back thing. I think he's going to be just fine. Divine Diablo was back in practice. He was in limited fashion, back and wrist. Neil, thick frame, Farrell, limited with the knee. Mac Hollins, heel, limited. Darren Waller, second consecutive day, hamstring still. He was limited. And full participants, Sam Webb, John Simpson, Trent Sieg. And for the Jaguars, you have Jamal Agnew, their receiver. He was limited with the knee injury. LV, the head of Mount Shield More Securities in here. Fram said, let's smack these cats up. Let's do it. That's what we're here for. It's a very interesting matchup as we're now in the month of November. The Jaguars did not win a single game in the month of October. And our last 4 games, we split 2-2, recently being shut out by the New Orleans Saints. Waller apparently is going to be a game-time decision. D. Menace was good. I'm not going to keep my hopes up for that right now. We will get to game day and see what happens. Sorry, guys. A whole bunch of notes and stuff to get into as we talk about this matchup. As of right now, the betting odds, the spread is a very small spread. -1.5 in favor of the Raiders. The money line is at -120 for us and +110 for the Jaguars. The over-under is 47.5. That's very, very interesting. Again, the Jaguars they haven't won a game in the last 4 games. That was the whole month of October. Trevor Lawrence sitting 21st amongst QBs with passer rating right now. 2-6, allowing 20 points per game. It's you could say, oh, this is a cakewalk, but it's not, especially with us right now and what we're going through. We're 2-5. A lot of the games that we've had, the first couple of games, we lost by mere points. Couple of games we shouldn't have lost, we did lose. I think right now, this coming week, I think we need to see a more concise connection between Davante Adams and Derek Carr. I think we need to see Jacobs pound the ball a hell of a lot more than he did last week. Only 10 touches for 43 yards, which was god-awful. Definitely didn't see that coming from him. Jags have a lot of high first-round draft picks. Look, the Jags spent a lot of money in the offseason. You thought things were going to be different. They now have Doug Peterson as their head coach. A lot of people were talking and oohing and eyeing about the Jaguars, but it looks like same old Jaguars, same results year in, year out. A few weeks ago, the Jaguars did trade James Robinson to the New York Jets, now making Travis Etienne Jr. the premier full-time running back for the Jaguars. And the last couple of games, he hasn't done too bad. The last 4 games, rather, 356 rushing yards on 48 carries. Yards per carry is 7.4, 2 rushing touchdowns, 33 receiving yards on 6 receptions, 10 targets, 5.5 on average. It's all good and dandy with Jacobs. He's been doing his thing for us the last 4 games, excluding this past Sunday. 340 rushing yards, 51 attempts, 6.7 on average, 4 rushing touchdowns, 10 receptions, 62 yards, targeted 13 times, 6.2 on average per reception. Look, it's going to be a good matchup between those 2 running backs. Again, Etienne just took the helm about 2-3 weeks ago, and Jacobs was on a tear up until this past Sunday. Still, I think we're looking at a pretty decent matchup. I think the defenses are going to be something that are going to have to be looked at very, very closely coming this week. It's another thing to take into consideration. We've given up a lot of first downs, a lot of total offensive yards. The last 4 games, we've given up over 1,300, almost 1,350 yards to be exact. I'm sorry, over 1,400 actually. And giving our opponents way too many opportunities on 3rd and 4th downs. The Jaguars, kind of similar. They've given up 1,450 yards. And same thing, especially when it comes to 3rd down conversions, the opponents have a 3rd down conversion percentage of over 43%. I see a lot of other people coming on in right now. Wild Turkey, salute, NorCal Jesse, what's good? My son Prez is in the building, JB. Augie, what's y'all score predictions this Sunday? We'll talk about it as we get towards the tail end of this. I just wanted to go through everything with this, with the matchup preview. Again, it's a lot of stuff to dive into. Another quick comparison that we can go into right now is Derek Carr in the last 4 games. His QBR has dipped dramatically, especially after the matchup against the Saints. Just bit my tongue. Passer rating of 88.7 with 771 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception in his last 4 games. Now we go over to Travis Lawrence. 0-4, obviously. Like I said, they haven't won a game in the month of October. He has thrown for 894 yards, 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, sacked 6 times, loss of 48 yards and a QBR of 70.7 with Derek Carr. Sacked 8 times in the last 4 games. That's 2 on average per game. Sack yards, 58 yards lost. Sadly, I have no idea what to expect in this game. Carr needs a legit bounce back from his Huckleberry game. If not, I can see this team quit on him. Hey, there's a good chance, but I'm hoping that that's not the case. We definitely need to turn this around. I think last week really should have been a wake-up call to be shut out like that to a team that, again, you got to treat every team like it's not a cakewalk. You got to fucking go in and just do your job. And obviously, it didn't happen. I did listen to a presser from yesterday, Josh McDaniels. If these guys need motivation at this level, like, dude, you're the head coach. You are supposed to motivate your players. You're supposed to make your players better. That's your job. You don't think that they need a motivational speech? You don't think that they need that rah-rah shit? Like, stop. Do your job as a fucking coach and motivate your guys to do better and execute and get the job done and fucking win. After listening to that this evening, I was a little bothered. It just seems like you still have that fucking ego. You need to check that shit and check it quickly. There's still plenty of game left. And look, I said it. I'm not going to sugarcoat shit. Is there still a chance? Yeah, there's still a chance. We still have a lot of games left. A lot of AFC teams to play. A lot of teams with records that if we can start fucking gathering ourselves together and start a winning streak, then yeah, we could potentially hang with the rest of these guys right now. But we have to just take this shit one game at a time. I started the opening. I know a lot of you guys are just coming in right now. I did do a small tribute. And you know what? I'll do it again right now for those that came in late. And again, thoughts, prayers, strength, faith with Ray Guy, his family, and the whole Raider organization. Passed away at the age of 73 years old. So I will do this again for a moment of silence. Bear with me, guys. Raider in peace, Raider in paradise, Ray Guy. Daniel needs to hire a head coach and just demote himself to OC. Sounds about right, man. A coach is supposed to coach players. You're in the NFL. If they don't have motivation within themselves, then I don't know what to say. It's fucking insane, man. No more trick plays. Yeah, please, for the love of God. No more trick plays. Constantly trying to run the annexation of Puerto Rico and the shit's not working. Like, that's insanity. You're trying to do the same shit over and over again, expecting a different result, but it's not getting us anywhere. All you people who think everything is Derek Carr's fault should go watch Kurt Warner's film breakdown of the Saints game called Study Bowl. Look, you know how I feel about it. I will call anybody and everybody out when they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. That game on Sunday was a collective loss by the entire team, and I'm not going to even go back to it. That was week 8. We're in week 9. We move forward. I said it last year with all the shit that we were dealing with. And for those that have seen the movie Mallrats, you guys would know this quote. You face forward or you face the possibility of shock and damage. It's a new week, a new team. Face forward, man. Let's go. Like, I don't even care about last week at this point. We're where we're at. Not where we should be. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Too fucking bad. We have Jacksonville in front of us this Sunday. We need to get this win. Every game, regardless, moving forward is crucial as fuck. We need to start fucking putting together some type of win streak, and we need to start doing it this coming Sunday against the Jaguars. Hammer, just sick of those. Some of our I totally get it. I totally get it. But you know what's funny? And this seems to happen year after year. At least I've been doing this now. This is, I think, my second full season doing this. And again, another season with a bunch of bullshit. And we're not where we should be. And the nation's at a divide again. We really need to stop with that shit. I've said this over and over and over again, and I mean it when I say it, that the Raider Nation is truly my second family. And I think a lot of you look at the Raider Nation as your second family as well. The shit, the back and forth, the whole shit with people talking a whole bunch of shit about one another, this, that, and the third. Like, stop, man. Stop. We all have a love for the same fucking team, the same fucking colors, the same fucking shield. We gotta stop with the fucking divide, man. We have to stop with this divide. I'm over it. I'm not being put in the crosshairs of any of this fucking shit. I'm telling you right now. But we really need to, as Raider Nation, if y'all love your team as much as you say you do, if y'all are loyal to this fan base, if you are loyal to the Shield, stop with the bullshit. Stop with the back and forth and running off at the mouth about one another. This shit's got to stop, man. It really needs to stop. Feel the exact same way, but when our own fans don't support our quarterback, it just exasperates everything. You're right. You're absolutely right. It makes some clues that the opinion isn't founded in any sorts of facts. Stuart Schreiber exposed some lack of effort in defense, just saying there was a huge lack of effort on defense this past week, man. But like I said, we're in week 9. We move forward. I don't care about last week. We look forward to playing the Jacksonville Jaguars and getting the job done. Nick, appreciate you. It only hurts like this because we love them so much. Yeah, but at the same time, if we were winning, a lot of this shit wouldn't be going on amongst the Raider Nation and people just bashing and talking back and forth and all this other drama. It would not be going on if we were winning right now, realistically. And you know I'm right. Start winning on the road, start Sunday. There you go. Thoughts on trying and snatch Cindy Jones? I'd rather see us do things that we really, really need right now, Bo. I really rather see us make moves that would make sense moving forward for this team. And look, Ziegler said what he said in regards to us not making any moves during by the trade deadline, and that Carr's doing good, that Jacobs is doing good, that Merrick is doing good. Look, you want to hold on to all your draft picks going into the 2023 draft, that's great. If you guys have a legitimate plan moving forward, then great. Like, I want to say I get it, but I don't, especially with being in the situation where you were in the wild card last year. You made it to the playoffs with all the shit that we went through, all the adversity we went through. We got into the playoffs, we got into the wild card. Unfortunately, we lost in the wild card game. This was supposed to be a retool, but you spent a shit ton of money on the offense, not too much on the defense, and we're having our problems right now. Granted, injuries happen. Other guys got extensions that are injured right now. You didn't really fucking address the defense, and I get it from a coach's standpoint. When the head coach is an offensive-minded coach, this is where he thinks that he's going to succeed. But you should have adjusted that defense as well. You should have tried to make some type of moves before the trade deadline. Like William Jackson just went to the Steelers. He made some adjustments in he was getting some type of game bonuses. He pulled that, and the deal worked out for the Steelers. Deron Payne, he didn't go anywhere. Roquan Smith is now a Raven for AJ Klein and some draft picks. We could have addressed the linebacking core as well. It's a lot of things that I sit there and I'm just like, what the fuck are we doing? But I guess I have to try to trust this because I'm looking from the standpoint of, and it's going to sound fucking stupid as shit, and you can judge me if you want. I don't give a fuck. New York Mets got new ownership about 2 years ago, right? The Wilpons no longer own the team. Steve Cohen does. Steve Cohen, the very first presser, said that the Mets had a 2 to 3 year plan. Year 1, they looked like ass. This past year, won 100 games, couldn't hold on long enough to win the division. They lost in the wild card round. Okay, that's year 2. But they have a 3-year plan. So let's see what happens next year. With this organization and what we're doing right now, they do have a plan. And from what I understand, especially from the extensions and stuff that I've looked at, it looks like it's roughly the same thing, a 2 to 3 year plan. But at the same time, this past season, regardless of us getting into the playoffs or not, making it as far as we did, last season was a success, whether people want to hear that or not. We got into the playoffs. With all the adversity that we had to deal with, we overcame that adversity, we made the playoffs. You should have made a few things here and there. Granted, you have a new front office, you have a new coaching staff, but it should have been slightly retooled. Again, a little bit more money towards the defense, and maybe things would have been different. I'm tired of hearing the excuses about this offense and how complicated this offense is and this, that, and the third. We are in week 9. You didn't use your starters during the preseason for whatever fucking reason that you didn't. That I pray to God next season is not a thing where you're going to keep your fucking starters just hanging out in the fucking sideline, just cheering on guys trying to get a job. I don't want to see that shit. Let me just make sure I'm not missing anything right now. I support whoever plays for us and chooses to be a Raider. We are not Chargers fans. We support our damn team. Shout out to my resident meathead, Rob. Love you, bro. People blaming the defense, but the offense is supposed to carry the defense. Again, collectively, we fucking lost as a team. We win as a team, we lose as a team. It was a collective loss. 102 yards and not able to get past the 50. Exactly. So are you basing your opinions on one game? Are you asking me, or is that the conversation you're having in the chat? I'm sorry. Darren Waller implied McDaniel's offense is complex. If so, it's going to take a considerable amount of time to perfect. No one should be exempt from preseason participation. Stevie, you're 1,000% correct. And at the same time, look, and you guys are going to be like, shut up with this shit. It's not. But this offense, obviously the Patriots were running the same shit, right? Cam Newton got over there. It took a few weeks for that team to fucking click on all cylinders with this offense. Mac Jones, same thing. Took a few weeks. It didn't fucking take for them to go into week 9 and still be struggling with this shit, though. That's the thing. It's very hard to understand why everybody doesn't seem to understand the system by now. You had all the time in the world. It's not like Josh McDaniels came in fucking late June, early July, like, hey, guys, let's do... No. He was hired in February, March, if I remember correctly. Plenty of time to get the playbook and start learning the shit. So I'm not understanding it right now. Who else has made us good since 03? Oh, wait. Oh, you guys are having your own argument back there. I'm good. I'm glad I'm not in the middle of that. Dumb the damn offense down. Hell, if it's so hard. I said this a couple of weeks ago. Like, they were cracking jokes about this. One of the commentators were cracking jokes about this. That pretty much, like, it's like learning Mandarin. So, if that's what it's like, good luck with that shit. Because I don't know Mandarin at all. Like, the only language I did learn growing up was French, and je parle français un petit peu. So, yeah. KJ, what's good? You guys have any questions, feel free to ask. We've already been on 25 minutes. A rookie QB took the system to the playoffs with a worse offense. Facts. That's a fucking fact. That's why I'm not understanding. And I've said it going into the season what this offense was supposed to be. And the other thing that kind of annoys me now is the fact that we went into this season with a 53-man roster with a depth chart of 6 running backs that we don't even use all of them. That was another waste of money. It's gut-wrenching to even think about right now just because, like, we could have used that money in other places. Well, Cam Newton only threw like 8 touchdowns in the season, so I think he did struggle. Am I wrong for starting Lawrence against our defense in fantasy? So disrespectful, Jamal. And we're not talking fantasy right now. We'll do that Sunday morning, but that's so disrespectful, bro. McDaniels said it himself. He was going to simplify the offensive playbook. If that was the case, you should have did it weeks ago. Seriously. If you feel like these guys couldn't adjust after the first 4 weeks, you should have fucking dummied it down a few weeks ago. Sorry, guys. So what's the excuse for him failing now? God, let me not. I wish I knew the answer for that. Rob, I see you, bro. I see you, bro. Y'all are terrible. Jamal, you're terrible for that one. Guys, break them thumbs, hit them subs. And if you're on the outside looking in, I totally forgot to do this. If you're on the outside looking in and wondering why you're not part of this chat right now, it's because you are not subscribed to the channel. It doesn't cost you anything. Hit that subscribe button for all your Raiders news, rumors, updates, and reactions right here in the official, the original, the only house, Hammers.House. It's not an excuse, it's facts. Are you watch the play calling? Like I said, watch Kurt Warner's game breakdown. If you don't understand, it literally explains the problem to you, Josh McDaniels. Cam Newton's a smart QB, was reading this playbook upside down. Y'all crazy. Fucking done. Y'all gonna make me choke again. Yes, I still have COVID. I'm not fucking 100% yet, but I have to be on here for you guys because this is what I love doing. I don't think we're as far away as you might think. The Saints game was just terrible. Everything was bad, but there have been glimpses throughout the season of our offense getting ready to explode. T, you're right, especially the last two previous games that we had. There were glimpses, and it was like, holy shit, like, we can do this. And then it was just like, we took 2 steps forward or 3 steps forward and fucking 5,000 back against the Saints. Now, we go into these matchups where I've sat down, I've talked about certain things, and I'm like, yo, this is what you're going to expect. Look at these guys, like the Texans. We're hearing all this stuff, and I don't think, it wasn't me, but it was like, oh, their O-line is trash. I did say weapons that they had on offense. I said Pierce. I said Burkhead. I said Cooks. I said O.J. Howard. But it was, a lot of the narrative was, oh, their O-line is trash. Their O-line did enough for Pierce to put in some work against us, right? This past week against the Saints, I didn't say this publicly or while I was live. My concern was the Saints defense, especially when it came to a guy like Cam Jordan. Their defensive line has been a really good defense for the last couple of years. And this was more during the Sean Payton era. But there were things I was concerned about, but I didn't put it out there publicly. And I was just like, did I see us losing that game? No. I did say there were guys offensively that we should be concerned about, and those two were Alvin Kamara and Taysom Hill. Kamara fucking ran all over us. Just shit could not get done. GA salute. Again, this coming week, he's got a lot of receivers. Zay Jones is there. Christian Kirk is there. Again, you got Travis Etienne in the backfield now. Trevor Lawrence is not a bad quarterback. Again, he's got a new coach. He's trying to adjust. The team has not won a game in a month. So they have something to come home to. They just played in London. They're back home. They're going to come into this game with a chip on their shoulder. And the Raiders need to fucking understand that as well. Like, okay, you guys got shut out on Sunday. This team hasn't won a game in over a month. So somebody's obviously going to win. I really am not trying to see a tie, but the Raiders really need to fucking look at this shit right now. Like, you cannot fucking just lay down and be like, oh yeah, we got this. No. These motherfuckers are in the NFL for a reason. This is, I think, going to be a good game. It may end up being a close matchup. Again, the fucking spread has us at 1.5. It's going to be very, very fucking interesting, y'all. Charm, I'm trying my best to maintain. Again, I don't plan on being on very long. I just wanted to come on and do this matchup preview. I was off yesterday. I wanted to come on and do a little bit of content for you guys. This is what I love doing. This isn't about money. This isn't about anything else but you guys and your support. Those that have checked up on me, I appreciate you guys. From the bottom of my heart, I do. I'm going to try to be on when I can. Like, I'm still not 100%, but I wanted to come on and do this matchup preview, and I'm going to try to do some things probably this weekend as well. Maybe tomorrow, depending on how I feel when I get out of work. We will do Fan Friday for a little bit. We'll do a walkthrough on Saturday. Sunday morning, we will do the Fantasy Stardom Situm. And then I'll probably be doing a live stream of the game because I will not be going down to the shore again. Not until I am fully negative and can actually try to enjoy my life again. There was no way they could have expected Colton Miller to struggle like he did. Remember, most of our concerns was about the right side. Stevie, you're 1,000% correct. Colton Miller been bad all season. Maybe it's time to get off that contract. Ugh, shit. I think people getting lost in translation when we are being critical of this regime that we not for a change at QB. It's just improving product on the field. Just win, baby. Gord. That's a great point. Mark Davis needs to ban trick plays unless we've won at least 3 in a row. I appreciate everybody that's in here. I appreciate you guys that are engaging with one another in the chat. I'm glad. Look, this is one thing I love when I see the chat and see how you guys interact with each other. It's not like you guys are trolling one another. You're not disrespecting one another. It's healthy conversation. It's football talk. I applaud you guys. I commend you guys. Thank you. That's what it should be. We are Raider Nation. We are one family. I'm glad you guys can have debates in here and not fucking act like fucking children. Appreciate you guys. Thank you, Holly. Shit. Trust me, it kicks my ass a lot worse when I'm at work. I'm just, again, trying to hold on right now for you guys. We've been on 33 minutes. I think I covered just about everything that needed to be covered. The injury report, the matchups between Carr, Trevor Lawrence, the head-to-head matchup of Jacobs and Etienne, and our both teams' defenses. Somebody got to ban bowl cuts to make one. My son said, go to bed now. GA, that means a lot. Thank you. And again, you guys are my family. You guys show the utmost respect when you're in here, and it means the world to me. Spread the word, man. We are at a little over 4,200 right now. We're on that road to 5K. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. We didn't really think this defense was going to be a top 10, did we? Jamal, I said probably a top 15. That was my opinion. I said top 15 at best. Answer a real question. Who's Uncle Howdy? Rob, if you know the answer, you can tell me. I'm hearing it might be one of his like legit relatives. I'm also hearing that Bo Dallas is supposed to be coming back. I don't know. I'm looking forward to watching Crown Jewel this coming Saturday, though. Much love to all Raider Nation members across America and the chosen few from around the world. Thank you all. Much love to you all. D, appreciate you. That's some real shit right there. Appreciate you. All right. I'm going to roll out, guys. Like, I think it's starting to mess with me right now. Like, and it fucking sucks. Like, at work, I feel good for the most part, and then all of a sudden I come down like where I'm totally just drained, and I'm starting to feel that way again. Yeah, NorCal, I appreciate you. I talked about it before, and again, some of the things that Josh McDaniels said, it really made me question him as a head coach, the leader of this team. You're supposed to be the leader amongst these men, some young, some old, but yeah, I don't know how I feel about that right now, man. I really don't know how I feel about that. Carl, I think I'm assuming you just came in, but yes, R.I.P. to Ray Guy. Again, passed away today at the age of 73. Yeah. All right. I'm going to go, guys. It's definitely starting to hit me again. I'm probably going to have to go to bed soon. Big Mike, what's up? Salute, salute, salute. Shit, yeah, it's starting to fucking hit me again. Guys, I appreciate y'all. On your way out, if you haven't already, break them thumbs, hit them subs, smash the bell for all your Raiders news, rumors, updates, and reactions right here in the official, the original, the only house, Hammers.House. Continue to stay safe. Most importantly, be kind to one another. Obviously, I'm living proof that COVID is around. Wash your hands and your asses. And as always, win, lose, or tie, Raider Nation till I die. We out, y'all. Love you.